The nature of our practice is one based on Tantra. And that Tantra is the cadence and timing of what is happening in the world around us right here, right now. And we know this by our relationships to people, our relationships to things, our relationships to our profession, how we enter into the world. And the sadness comes from good people struggling. And these people are struggling more now than ever. And they have made money easily in their lives. And now it seems no matter what they do, they can't make it. So let's just look at some things. And I don't want you to think I'm putting blame on others because we have to take responsibility for our own actions. But how do you get off the rocky shore when your ship was sailing just fine through your action and effort before, but now not so much? And I'd like to point out a few things that may be dangerous, but are also valuable for you to understand what has happened. All your wealth, all our wealth, has been stripped from us. We have too many hands in our pockets taking our work and our effort, and they have trained us to give away our energy, our work for free. That is what a slave does. We have no concept of what money is. We don't know what currency is. We don't know what transactions are and the electricity that exists between those. They have stripped our knowledge and understanding and made us all do things for free. If not for free, they just tax us and take it that way. So they'll take it later. So we have no money. We have no currency. It used to be anything we touched, we could make money at, right? We can't do that anymore. It's not allowed. It's not permitted. We have just enough to get by day, and we're always focused on where's mine. This is a tactic, a strategy that has been employed for a long time. The young ones out there who may not really understand what's happening, they can read Machiavelli the Prince. That will help you understand how this process works and how we are controlled on these subjects of money and currency. Anyway, long story short, geez, I do that, I'm sorry. There are people in the world that have different modes. Some are healers. Some are leaders. Some are teachers. Some are fighters. So, think of it from that perspective. What kind of person are you? If you're a healer, maybe you should get into something with food. Maybe you should start working with the farmers markets because you cannot go and do a job or do anything governmental anymore. That ship has sailed. We are under a new system now. That new system is going to be blockchain related. Many parts of the government is going to go away. Many more people are going to come in the same boat you are, same boat I am, right? We all are in this together, okay? Financially, they have broke us. Okay, morally, you look around, morally, you can tell they have broke us. We don't even know what those concepts mean anymore. We're completely illiterate when it comes to these things. So we have to create our own system that is pretty much outside of it, but done so peacefully, because that's the other problem. Even though human nature has a violent side, the only people allowed to create violence are the people who come and kick your door down if you don't pay your taxes and pay your fair share and let them take over your industry. Okay, regulation does the same thing. Regulation is just another form of taxation. It just works slower, but it does the same thing. because you're extracting wealth and not returning anything of value back. So without any return of value back, you have debt that grows. And that's not allowed in the new system that's being created, that people are creating around this. People are creating the new system around the old one. The old one doesn't work for a lot of people anymore. And some of you who are struggling now are starting to realize that, because the waves are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So more and more people are struggling in larger intervals, because there has been a new system that has been built behind the old one. And this is what people aren't realizing, because there's been so much manipulation in like crypto and blockchain, that they don't want any wealth being created there, because they're trying to remove corruption out of the system. They're trying to prepare themselves, because they know once this thing goes live, there's going to be so much stuff coming out. But the system, the crypto system, has been built up around it. And I know I have a Bitcoin ATM machine that I have at my store in Las Vegas. And people come in there all the time. And there's more and more people using the machine to sell, because they're making money in some type of crypto. So they're selling into the machine to cash out so they can pay their rent, so they can pay their utility bill, because those companies are so far behind that they don't even have a mechanism to accept crypto yet. I accept all sorts of crypto. But this gives you an idea of how reactive and how behind the curve these agencies and stuff are. They're not even prepared. So they have all these people who don't even make money in the dollar system anymore. And you guys don't get to see this, because you don't have a Bitcoin ATM machine that people use at your store like I do. So I'm giving you real world examples. I see it. And more people are doing this. So there you go. There's a whole new economy that has been growing. So there's another example. So which one are you? Are you a healer? Are you a fighter? Are you a teacher? Are you a leader? This will help you discover what you need to do. If you're a leader, maybe sales would be good for you. Management would be good for you. Okay? Because leaders tend to like rules. They tend to have a very rigid structure. And they tend to have a lot of care and passion about things. So that's an easy one to harness and to focus. Okay? Healers are beautiful because they know they're healers, because their whole life, there's been some situations that have happened to them, right? That they've had to help somebody, remove some pain in somebody, remove cancer. Or, one time I'm with my godfather, and we're out over by the Yuba River, and we were swimming down the river in these big, huge pools. These glass pools are beautiful in our wetsuits and stuff, and we're just looking for things, and we're swimming down for a long time. So what happens is like these waterfalls. So you swim down in these pools. There's a big waterfall, so you kind of have to climb down the rocks on the side, and you jump in the pool again, and there's like trout everywhere, and it's beautiful. It's the Yuba River, above Sacramento. Anyway, point is this. It seems like every time I go out with him, there's always somebody who needs medical assistance, because he was a medic in the Vietnam War. So we came out, and these kids, one of the kids, they were jumping off the rocks, and one of the kids like broke his arm, and he was all messed up because he jumped and missed. And then he, of course he's there. He knows exactly what to do. He gets all the right stuff together, takes care of this kid. The police luckily show up. So when we took him up to the top, the police were there. So one of the younger kids ran and get their phone and called, because where we were, there's no way there's cell phone service. Anyway, point is this. In his life, he's always had ways to heal people, to help people. And nothing like that ever happens to me, because that's not what I am. I'm a teacher. Okay? So I can teach you how to focus your fighting style, right? Because you can see I do lots of martial arts, and I'm into that thing. I can teach you how to be a leader, right? But there's people out there who have their own mode and figure what that is, and then do it on your own, and don't rely on anybody to do it for you. There is no external savior. No one's going to come and save you. You have to save yourself. Step 2 would be to find a mentor or do an apprenticeship so that way you can learn that skill. So if you want to learn how to manufacture, then you need to actually go and work in a manufacturing field and find somebody who's good at it that you can respect and learn something from, and hopefully challenge you enough to become better than them. That is every teacher's dream, by the way, is to see their students become better. At least the good teachers, in my opinion. So learn the skill. Learn a talent, hone and refine it, but you actually have to get out and participate to do that. And the more people who are acting in this manner, specifically outside the old system and in the new system, may benefit better. So work within that industry, because in that industry you will be compensated for your energy and activity, as opposed to the old system where you are no longer compensated for your energy and activity, where you are working for the guy with the hand in your pocket. Under the new economy, the new industry, you rise and fall on your own efforts, and now you are responsible for your own currency. So you better use it wisely, because once you hit the send, it's gone. So that's step 2. Find somebody that you can learn from. That way you can actually become educated and not schooled. Don't be brainwashed. I think I'll stop there for now, because it's a delicate subject, because there's going to be a lot of people struggling. And there's going to be a lot of pain to get through, a lot of healing. So health will play a critical role in your new discovery. And that will be step 3, is to get your organization, your organism in order, in line. So, you know how I like to do things in 3s. So, stage 1, what are you? Step 2, find someone that you can learn something from, and a profession that you have will, passion, and desire behind. And how you know that is to know what type of person you are. So that's step 2. Okay? And now you have step 3, which is your health, and how that is of benefit, and how you know the value of your health is because of the rewards you receive in the world back to you in the form of the abundance you desire. So, if you desire clean, healthy food, you have value in your work where people are compensating you for your energy and activity. And now you are able to convert that into healthy food and different types of food, if that's something you're interested in. So your health is based off value. Do you value yourself? Do you respect yourself? You know that you respect and value yourself based on how you are compensated by others. If you are giving yourself away for free to everybody, that is how you are viewed by others, is free. If you have a charge, an electric charge to your services, you can judge its value. And then if you feel it's reasonable, you can participate in that. You choose. So that's why personal responsibility for your wealth and your health plays a role in where you are right here, right now, in this moment. But then again, on the same token, since you are participating in a grander scheme where everybody else is doing it too, you have to be aware and open to the world itself and look where it's going. In your remote viewing, if you want to call it that. But you can look at the trends and see that the reason why the wealth is being sucked out, everybody, of the old economy. This is why you are struggling, because you're trying to participate in an old system. That old system is dying around you. There is no fertilization happening. There is no infrastructure being built for that anymore. The new infrastructure is being built in blockchain crypto technology. So you need to think about that with your profession and move yourself into that, because when the waves behind you come of the multitudes, they're going to propel into this industry, because this is where everything's moving to, even on the management level and the people who tell them what to do. This is the new economy. So if you move yourself into this, you may have a better profession and may have a better opportunity to accumulate wealth. And psychics who are into crypto already feel this. That's why psychics are so cool, because they're so in touch with their gut that they actually feel the waves of change. Get it? Spare change. So with these 3 principles for now, there's many more, but for these 3 principles, it will help you organize what it is that you want to participate in. But you got to know what you want. You got to know who you are. Because if you do that, you're going to be in it a long time, and then now you're going to be successful because you wake up every morning wanting to do it. That's why. That's really the key, is to have the wind in your sails. Get it? Sails. The words are already there. The spell has already been cast, especially if you made it this far in this video. You already have these things. I just ask you to look at your moment and really take it in. Really look at it. There's actually abundance around you everywhere. You just have to have direction. You have to know where you're going. You have to have a goal.